Hello, happy Thursday. How's it going, guys? One step closer to the weekend. What to do? Tiny Boo with the first. Congrats, we got Booby, we got Paul, and we got Sphere. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. The broken S word. Shadow of the Templars. We are playing that game today. Right now. Shall we? Hope you've all had a jolly good Thursday. Alright, let's jump straight into it. Oh. Alright. So, previously, I think we were still in Ireland. So, yeah, I think we're in Ireland. Oh, yes, I remember we were just about to go into a crypt. Why are you calling me by my full name? You mad? No? No. Hey. We are in Ireland. Oh, to be sure. Let's see what's in this hole. Interestingly, I can't use the tab button on these cutscenes, so I'm assuming they're new. There's not a big fat puzzle now, is there? Oh, back in Nico's apartment, okay. Ah.
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead.
And you say Pigram has disappeared?
Without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Pigram's gem?
The Templars gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was.
Montfaucon
is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Okay, let's talk about that. How has my day been? It's been alright. Pretty standard Thursday. Nothing too exciting. What about yours? You had a good one? There's something funky going on with my mouse. Why is it reverting? Why is my mouse tripping? Oh, I'll tell you why. It's because it's in controller mode. There we go. I think my analog stick was sort of leaning on something. Okay, let's discuss.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Is there even anything new to talk about?
That's the tripod in the crew museum.
We need to steal that.
That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn.
And that's that. So we've got that now. We know where that is. I'm assuming we need the tripod to do whatever it is. So, not really sure what else there is to be doing at this point. Can we...
Do you want to look after the gem?
No, Josh. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
What makes you think George won't?
Look, Nico, a handful of plaster.
Yeah. Why is it that men never really grow up?
What's your problem, sister?
Your pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
You never know when useless junk might come in handy.
He does have a load of random shit. I don't even want to know how he's keeping a fucking manhole opener in his trousers. But yeah, he does have a lot of random shit. Pretty decent day, done fuck all. Does that mean those are usually the best days or the my favorite days. You dressing up for Halloween this year? I'm still tempted to buy that Skeleton costume. Do it. I don't think so. Our crowd doesn't really do dress up. I don't think I've ever really, like... I don't think we've ever done, like, a successful, Halloween party where everyone's dressed up. I'm always down, but I'm not particularly imaginative. I'd like to be, but I just don't have the motivation to be. Let's leave.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobino at the Kron Museum. And why don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
Okay. Let's go. I got an achievement. Recover the ancient artifact from Lockman Castle. Cool. I gave myself a manly cure today. It's kind of like a manicure, but manly. The manhole is in his manhole. That would explain why it's so open. Remind me and I'll show you the house decorations around here. People do, I know that they go all in over there. The best Halloween I ever had was when we went to Canada to visit family, and I was over there one Halloween. I was quite young, probably like, I don't know, 5, 6, something in that region. Dressed up as the Hamburglar. Went trick-or-treating. Got an absolute fuck ton of candy, and it was great. Never had that experience in the UK. Trick-or-treating is fucking shit. Absolutely wank in the UK. Right. It also explains the smell. Big R, welcome in. Good to see you. Oh, what is this? What is this? What am I seeing? Why is that opening Discord in Brad? Oh, the Skeleton one, yes. Trick-or-treating in the UK is try not to get mugged by the older kids and don't get egged, yes. Yes, I mean, I imagine it's probably the same in over the seas, but I don't know, they have much more candy over there. Right. I wasn't paying attention to what Nico was saying. Where do we need to go? I feel like we probably still need to procure the tripod from the museum, so let's go and do that. Let's get this fan on. I need to try and find a photo of me dressed as the Hamburglar. I'm sure it's around. Okay, there's a man here. I can talk to said man. Gotta watch out for that phone if you're sitting down. Probably dressed as a ham finger.
He was a thin-faced, pallid guy with a questionable taste in outlandish clothes. My mother used to dress like that.
Doesn't look that outlandish. Alright.
I beg your pardon. Are you André Lobino?
That's me. You want my autograph?
No. I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
Okay, let's discuss things. What is that?
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure. It was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That explains the image of the hanged man.
I suppose it
I
would.
found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
Lochmarn! That's where Pegram was digging.
That's right. He'd left the excavation before I arrived.
Let's talk about Pegram.
Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was, just before Bastille Day.
So Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon? Victims of what?
Nothing. Just thinking aloud.
Okay. Go on. Tell me more.
Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin. But there's nothing there
Saint-Martin.
now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
What can you tell me about Philippe le Bel?
He was responsible
He
for
was
the
a bellend.
extermination of the Knights Templar.
I know that, but why was Philip so hot to get rid of them?
Mostly because he wanted to get his hands on their treasure. He had an enormous debt and a lifelong war with England to fund. The trouble was, the Templars were a highly respected holy order.
Okay. Gotta luck for a moment, have fun, yo. In a bizzle. Lurk away, Sphere. There's an echo here, I think. Saint-Martin? Did you say it the same way? Saint-Martin?
If the Templars were so powerful, how did this Philippe dude wipe them out?
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course.
I did, yeah, because it was funny.
The fifth, a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
Fate had nothing to do with it. He was Philippe's puppet, planted to further his political ambitions. Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Clermont to get it.
Are these voice actors like actually French, or is it just French impersonations?
So what was Philippe's plan? What happened?
Sealed orders were sent out all over France, not to be opened until the appointed day. That day was Friday, July 13th. That's the origin of our superstition regarding that date. At dawn, throughout the whole of France, the Templars were arrested. It was the biggest bust in the history of the world.
Can you ask him what a Cleveland sphincter? You mean a Cleveland steamer? I'm a Cleveland streamer. Actually, I'm not from
What happened
Cleveland.
to the Templars after their arrest?
Philippe was out for blood, so he handed the Templars over to the Inquisition. Not surprisingly, they confessed to a sensational and sordid list of blasphemies.
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you read about in the gutter press. Devil worship, lewd sexual practices, spitting on the Holy Cross, that kind of thing.
Well, that must have given their lawyers some headaches.
Whether or not the accusations were true, this was not good publicity. Most of the charges were probably cooked up, but so were the Templars, literally. Hundreds of them were found guilty of heresy and flame-grilled at the stake. They died protesting their innocence.
I forgot about the rusty trombone. I can't remember what that one is, but it does ring a bell. If you pardon the pun. It's not really a pun there, but it's still a musical bass pun. The rusty trombone.
But surely Philippe had no proof of his charges against the Templars.
A man will admit anything under torture. The Inquisition fabricated some nonsensical demon called Baphomet, and then suggested to their victims that this was what they worshipped.
But they didn't have to agree.
The records show a Templar coming to trial with both feet burnt off. fragments of flesh and charred bone falling from the stumps. What would you not admit to stop such torment?
So there was no truth at all in the Baphomet accusations?
Baphomet?
Not a shred.
Baphomet?
Almost every victim described the idol differently. No, Baphomet never existed outside the sick minds of the Inquisitors.
Okay.
So Philippe stole the Templars' riches, huh?
Oh no, they weren't stupid. The king's troops marched first on the temple in Paris, then to the Templar home port at La Rochelle. There was no trace of the treasure, and the fleet of the Knights Templar...
What does Lobino look like in the original? His head's so small. I don't know what's going on with his head.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights
A really
Templar.
weird threesome.
Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
Okay. Are we gonna invite him over?
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez. How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad to be of help, Georgie.
I suppose he wouldn't be working in a museum if he wasn't a mine of knowledge.
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Okay. What happened next?
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found?
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Or, if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars have attained a mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Do you think that's likely?
No, not for a minute.
Okay, there you have it.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah, not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. Maybe it was my imagination, but I noticed a predatory look in his eye. Suddenly, this friendly historian had turned into the big bad wolf.
Really? What gave you that vibe?
This friend, who has the manuscript,
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
she lives at 361.
Whoa. Should I have
Rue Jarry.
consulted?
I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
Okay, now that does sound a little bit weird. Should I be showing him this rock that I found?
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so.
I don't know. Oh wait, let's see if he'll shake my hand.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Andre.
Not now, Georgie.
Ugh. If I
Thanks for your help, Andre.
If I shake in
welcome.
this guy's hand, let's try. Let's try. We've got to go through this game and shake everybody's hand, or at least attempt
Pardon
to.
me? Oui, monsieur?
Are we gonna talk from across the room?
Would you like to shake my hand? Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
Okay. Well, that settles
Thanks
that.
for your
So
help.
should we go back to Nico then and see what it do? See if Lobino comes through. Can't think of anything else that's outstanding. We haven't been told where Montfaucon is yet. Oh no, Montfaucon is there. Okay, we'll go there shortly. Let me just go here first. Should probably let her know that someone's gonna be coming over.
Hey, Nico.
Oh, hi. I didn't expect you back so soon.
Is there anything to talk about? Aha!
Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for their downfall was Philippe IV, the King of France, otherwise known as Philippe le Bel.
We already
I've
knew
heard of
this.
him.
Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair, but I doubt if the Templars called him that. I'm sure Andre will tell you all about him.
Yes, he did. He actually did.
Let's take another look at the man.
Oh no, we don't need to do that. We've got somebody coming over to do that. I don't think there's anything I could add to the conversation. Okay. I guess we need to surpass the point of progress before he comes, so let's
I'll see you again.
Okay.
take a trip to Montfaucon. I'm gonna say that every single time. I'm gonna say it like that every time, rather. I had a quick look and this game is way bigger than I remember. This could be a while. This could take us a while. I thought for some reason Ireland was like a lot later in the game, but it's only the beginning. There's a fair few locations that we get to go to. Okay. I'm pretty sure the director's cut didn't look like this. I can't remember what it did look like, but okay. Where do we start? Do we want to talk to the policeman? Let's look at this cafe. You get your passport? I still need to sort out my passport.
A typically Parisian sidewalk cafe. Last time I visited one of those, it blew up.
I decided I was happy enough right where I was.
That's a policeman? I guess we should talk to him.
Excuse me, officer.
And how may I help you?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy, what they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Oh yeah, there's a board over there. Is that cowlick flapping in the wind? It probably... Look at that bad boy. Look at that. What the fuck is my hair? I was supposed to get a haircut on Wednesday, but had a plumber around, didn't know when he was gonna arrive, so I cancelled that. I hate my hair so much.
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic, no?
Yeah, so?
I could
Positively
direct the traffic
bustling right
the
now.
most dangerous, the east side of Rome, or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the so-so Sauvignon. Which would you choose?
Yeah,
so-so
but I'm not a
Sauvignon.
policeman. What happened to duty?
An excellent question, monsieur.
Will you shake my hand?
Would you like to shake?
I stopped myself barely in time.
Ah.
Electrocuting a cop would not have been smart. They'd rebuild the Bastille just so they could throw me in and throw away the key.
Ah, well, cops are bastards. Has he seen this
Have you
man?
seen this man before?
No. Who is it?
I believe him to be an international assassin.
Oh,
Is that all you can say? Oh.
I did wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international paranoiac, but it didn't seem polite.
Oh!
Look at this gem. What do you think?
Cut glass.
No, it's not. It's for real.
What kind of madman would go around waving a priceless gem under people's noses?
So either it's glass or I'm mad? I didn't like to think about that for too long.
Okay. What do you know about this matchbook? Vault, welcome in. Howard, welcome in. How are we doing this evening?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The pattern looks Middle Eastern. Beyond that, who knows?
You're not the only person who said that. Would you like a red nose?
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Aha! A prosthetic nose. Very significant.
It is?
No, I am just having a little joke.
At Chaos Welcome in, some guy made 4 long paragraphs about how trees were poor at carbon capture because the trees would just die once they grow old. I mentioned to him that, like all organic life, trees reproduce. Mind blown. I bet you blew
I'll
his
see you
little
around.
mind.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
I'm sure you will. That's a tiny little wine glass. Alright, let's look at this sign. The Sigan.
In French, English, and German, it read, "In 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the Knightly Order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine. Fixed to the wall was a sign in 3 languages.
Oh my god, there's another manhole.
In the middle of the square was a manhole. I wondered if there might be something relevant beneath street level.
Should I be doing that in the view of the police? Or what's this fountain?
There was no water to frolic about in, and the leaf mold that was collecting there just wasn't the same somehow. An ornate fountain stood in one corner of the square. I'd have to come by here in the summer to see it working.
Well, maybe we'll do that. Feeling a bit unwell today, but looking forward to getting paid at oh yeah, it's getting towards the end of the month. No idea when I get paid. But hope you feel better soon. Pews.
A row of old pews, beautifully carved and glowing with polish. I thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, firm buttocks of the young ladies, the flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies.
What the fuck, George?
Whoa!
What? What was that whoa about?
A row of old pews, beautifully carved and glowing with polish. I thought of all the people
Oh,
who must have all those Parisian firm.
yeah.
Whoa! I didn't have time to sit around.
Huh. picked the wrong one. Oh! Manhole. Usually they charge extra for that. Just like they charge extra for the washer/dryer combo unit with the patented automatic lid removal system. State-of-the-art technology, that.
Waiting in prayer for the judgment day. A knight's tomb, his effigy in marble lying in perpetual state. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess.
I guess.
A knight there in the company of his fellows. Just think, there's a dead guy under there. A stone knight lay on the church floor.
How about this one?
I was surprised Philip le Bel had left this place alone.
Gotta look at everything.
Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work.
Says the man who literally has a manhole thing in his pants.
A stone knight.
What's this?
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
I've got an itchy eye. Been non-stop paying it down up here in the northeast today, but I've been playing some more Dying Light 2 and Satisfactory. Nice. It's been on off and on in the south. Thankfully I didn't really get caught in it, so that's good. Keeping a manhole cover in his manhole cover, most definitely. It's the only logical way for this to work.
A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll.
Can I look at the staff? If your eye is itchy, you didn't wipe enough.
On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it.
Can I have it?
The base of the disc was a hairline crack. Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church.
What's the church gonna do?
A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. Per disciplinum meum lux videbis.
Oh, is he? Oh.
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow.
Wow.
Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess.
Okay. Right, so can we look at the window?
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout. A huge stained glass window formed a magnificent centerpiece for its neighbors.
Oh, we can't look at the altar? What about this window here? What have you got there?
In comparison to its neighbor, it looked pretty plain. An enormous window.
Fan, good to see you, man. What's good? Long time no see. I'm ready for some Broken Sword Shadow the Templars Reforged. Well, you came to the right place. What'd it do? What'd it do? Right. Not a whole lot going on in here at the moment. I recall there being more going on here later in the game. Okay, let's see what's in this manhole. Alright, spread them cheeks. No, George, you're going the wrong way, you twat.
Hey, you! What do you think you are doing? Leave that comer alone, now. Sorry,
Just
No
put it
harm
in. Put...
intended.
you stay away from that.
Okay, so we need to distract this fool. If Skid Row had done a duet with Richard Marx, it'd be Skid Marx. I've been playing some Outlast 2 and some Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time HD. I didn't realize there was an HD version of Sands of Time. Is it good? How you find it Outlast 2? I quite like that game, but it's not as good as the first one, I think. Story-wise, at least. Right. So, how do we distract this man? Can we not just get him, like, blackout drunk?
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Hello again. I haven't got anything here. You splashed some soup on my face. How dare you? How dare you? Get it off. Get it off. What can I even do? Do you think Karl Marx was a Marxist because of his last name, or was that just a coincidence? I don't really have anything here.
Do you know what this is?
It's a sewer key.
Does it mean anything to you?
Do you belong to some obscure arm of the Masons?
Yes.
I'll see you around.
Okay.
I'll be there.
Alright, how do I get this guy to be distracted? There's not much going on in the church at the moment. Can't go anywhere up here. I wonder if it's time to speak to Lobino. Is Len in or Len out? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I can't go to the hotel and I can't go to La Risée du Monde. Let's go back to Musée Kroon. He's still there. He's still fucking bent over that display case. Fucking Lobino, knobbing hose.
Hi, Andre.
Hello.
Hello, Georgie.
Oh, there is nothing more to discuss. Oh, maybe you could tell me about this Middle Eastern matchbook.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
Okay, Boomer.
Do you recognize this white powder, Andre?
No.
Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No.
No.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Take a look at this nose, Lobino.
It really doesn't interest me, Georgie.
Okay, good talk.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Is this the broken sword where there's a tourist in sandals? Yes, I believe. When we go to Syria, I think there's like an American couple. I think that might be who you're thinking of. Oh, let's have a quick look at the tripod here.
Eh, no. No, monsieur. No.
No.
What's wrong?
You must not enter the exhibits.
But
I'm
he's
sorry.
touching them. Oh, is he called Dwayne? Was he like a veteran or something? And I can't remember what their story was.
The case contained the tripod shown on the manuscript.
We can't open it, can we? Let's open the window and then maybe he'll be distracted long enough for me to... I can't remember what the play is here. Alright, he's gonna turn it on. I've gotta wait for him to do that, and now he's gonna tell me no. I can't do anything. I'm frozen. What are you doing, George?
Now, what did I tell you about touching the exhibits?
Was it you can touch all you want so long as your hands are clean?
Not quite, monsieur. It was do not.
He's not even
touch,
looking at me.
Not ever.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Touching an object as rare and beautiful as that would have been the act of a barbarian.
I don't think there's anything else we can do here right now. What does the hint system suggest? George returned to Paris with the Templar gem that Pegram had found in Lochman. He told Nico how a man called Jacques Marquet was supposed to collect it, and described the picture of a hanged man he had found at the castle's dig site next to the word Montfaucon. I returned from Ireland with Pegram's gem. What now? I mean, I feel like we're a little bit past that. Nico thought that Insp might know something new. Oh yes, that was part of the conversation that I probably neglected. Silly streamer brain. Polly comes to my house to touch my exhibits and then politely but firmly asked to evacuate the premises. Oh, we need to go to the police. Alright, Sergeant Moo. What it do?
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Who is this man? Who is this man?
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Okay, tell me more.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because
He looks
lived
like
in
a fucking
Montmartre,
mole.
I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lives.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Thank you, Moo.
Wagwan Pifting.
What now, monsieur?
Oh, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to cover, Rosso. Are you ready?
Ever heard of a guy called Marquet? Jacques Marquet?
Marquet. I know the name well. He has a record for suspected blackmail, kidnapping, arson, and art theft.
An all-rounder, huh? How come he's on the loose?
His bravado is matched only by the courtroom skills of his attorney.
Have you heard of the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. But of course, monsieur, their fame is widespread throughout France. We haven't forgotten them, unlike the rest of Europe.
It was the King of France who persecuted them, though.
Indeed.
That shook his cool. Underneath his cultured facade, the man was real twitchy.
Is he? Is he though?
You're obviously a great admirer of the Knights Templar.
They were men of great honor, monsieur. The flower of chivalry.
Not everyone would share your views, Inspector.
Not everyone shares my passion for Bartok.
But if the Templars were as honorable as...
That's enough. I do not wish to hear your uninformed opinions, Stobard.
Okay. But let's continue.
Why do you get so wound up about the Knights Templar? They've been dead for
Is
centuries.
he a Templar
I shouldn't
himself?
have pushed my luck. Maybe his ancestors were Templars. Whatever. I saw the anger flare in his eyes like a distant summer thunderstorm.
The Templars were the first true internationalists. 800 years on, and still the world is fragmented by nationalistic flag-waving fools. You will excuse me.
I wasn't done. I still had shit to talk about, mister. Okay. Man's pretty vexed. Feel like I'm playing Disco Elysium again. It's kind of similar in that you pretty much just like go from place to place talking to people.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Does he want to talk to me?
Yes?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
One moment.
Go on. Scoot your boot.
It's Stobart, Mr.
Thank you.
God, you're so slow. It's mostly the geriatric
What
Frenchman
now,
in
monsieur?
uniform.
Have you heard of Professor Pegram, the archaeologist?
Molly Pegram, the second son of Lord Barclay Pegram.
I don't know. I only read about him in a magazine.
So much for the efficacy of rehabilitation. What has he done this time?
He made an important archaeological find in Ireland. Do you know Pegram well?
I have connections with the family, but I wouldn't say I knew him at all.
Is his name really Molly?
Of course not. That was the nickname he was given at school. All his friends and acquaintances know him as Molly.
Is that because he was a drug dealer?
Do you know a pair of thugs called Flap and Guido?
I have known those two since they graduated from special school. Flap is a nasty piece of work, but Guido is the real brains of the partnership. Where did you hear of them?
I met them out front of the Hotel Ubu.
Okay.
What do you make of this white powder, Rosso?
It is plaster.
Say, you're good. What do you make of this, Inspector?
Astounding. Where did you come by a stone like that?
I was given it by a man in a bar in Ireland. Do you recognize the gem?
It is unfamiliar to me. If such a jewel had been stolen, I would know it for sure.
Okay. So what else is there to talk about?
Does the name Thomas Merlin...
No.
No.
Does this...
You all...
Okay, there's nothing new then.
So long and...
Oh, actually, let's see if there's anything we can do on the phone. Anybody want a chin wag? Okay.
No point in phoning that guy again. It's George. I've tracked down that guy Marquet.
That's great news.
Yeah, if I get to see him, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
thanks.
he's in hospital. So do we have the? Are we able to go to the hospital now? Hospital. Yeah, I guess that's the next thing to do.
The old building managed to retain some of its original grandeur, but the modern additions look like a baseball cap on a statue of a medieval saint. There was no sign of the crew of the ambulance.
Does that mean we can steal it?
I felt a little guilty as I tried the door, like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand, and pulled. The door was locked.
That build up though. Alright, let's go in. There's nothing else here, is there? No, it doesn't look like it. Those glasses, what the fuck are those? Alright, well, let's go and speak to the receptionist.
The woman managed to look overworked and hassled, though she didn't appear to be doing anything. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, a gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from a zoo.
Okay, let's ask about Marquet.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Yes. I'm his brother from another mother.
Yeah, I'm his, long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age, after a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I guess not.
Okay. Gibbon! Hey, honey. Hello, sugar tits. How you doing?
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
Okay. What is that sound? What is that?
Is this plaster any use to you?
What the
I'm
fuck
allergic
is that?
to plaster.
Okay, you're allergic to plaster. Duly noted.
What does this gem suggest to you?
I advise you not to flash that around. The hospital insurance wouldn't cover it if it was stolen.
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Don't be fresh, young man.
Okay, I don't think there's gonna be anything else here.
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh, dear. He's on Ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
Tell me more about this Nurse Grendel.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock, alarm call. 6:10, bowel movement, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result.
Oh my
Those
god.
patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
Okay. Grumbly Grendel, yeah.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No. I mean, there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled out on her.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Oh, she just
Down
said
the corridor on the
J2.
left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Fair left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Okay.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Can we speak to the doctors? Yes, let's speak to the doctors. Very unlikely for a doctor to be walking around the waiting room.
The guy seemed to be practicing his air of authority. Today, he was working on his withering stare.
Oh, let's talk to them then.
Hi, my name's George Stovard.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
I don't need an appointment. I just want to shake your hand.
May I have the honor of shaking you by the hand?
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between my staff.
Okay.
Does this white powder mean anything to you?
No, sir. I do not pretend to know the pharmacist's job.
Look at this, Doc. It's a genuine medieval type gemstone.
Yes, so I see. Remarkable.
Okay, I don't think there's anything here that's gonna help me at the moment, so,
Thanks for your help.
what about this doctor that keeps moving around?
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny.
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit. Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
No, nobody was thinking of that.
Shake my hand, Benoit.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
I don't have dermatitis.
I do.
Do you know what this white powder is?
No, sir.
It's cocaine.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Not me, sir.
Not be there. Okay, I don't think there's anything.
See you later.
I need to get away from this sound. What is that goddamn sound? Alright, let's go down here. Wait. Oh,
I
it's
turned the
this
corner,
twat.
I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
It looks like a fucking Scientologist or some shit.
He looked blissfully happy, for no apparent reason.
I suppose we better talk to him.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd
Hiya.
like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
Oh my god, turn that fucking machine off, man.
Do you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
Is she on duty today?
Yeah. End of the corridor, Ward J2.
Okay.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the quarters?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Wait, we're gonna have a conversation about him?
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you?
No, I
don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
Whatever you've got with this metal mop foot is probably a fine and noble thing.
It is? Say, it's not every day I meet someone as crazy as me.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Okay.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not until I'm washed, if you don't mind, sir. You can pick up all kinds of things in a hospital.
Like nurses, right?
No, sir. Bugs and germs.
Germs?
And fungal infections.
See you later.
Yeah. Take care now.
Okay, what's this door?
Hey now. You can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Cupboard? What's in the water cooler? Can I grab some water? Oh my lord!
Maybe the face of the unapparently happy domestic made me
Emily with the rain, welcome in, folks!
But the water tasted, well, peculiar.
How are we doing? What were you playing today? Oh, and Daffers, welcome in. What's good? Are you a fan of words on stream? Which one is that? What was that? What is words on stream? Is that like a... I don't know what that is. Tell me more. Tell me more. I will not fart very loudly with my mouth for every follow. Oh, there's a plug. I can pull the plug. Let's pull that. But welcome in, folks. We're playing Broken Sword, Shadows of the Templar. It's a classic point-and-click game. We're playing the Reforged edition. It looks very nice. It looks very dank. Oh my god. Nastasio with the raid. Oh my god, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, you were playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 and 1. Very good. Very good games. Very nice. I like them. How are we doing, folks? That's right. Only smile for the modern. For every new follow, Polly will say thank you, baby, in an Elvis voice. Fuck's sake. God damn it. It is a double raid. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Take a seat. Some various community games. I forgot to change the category from when we started with words on stream. It's a game where you make words out of letters. People join in by just typing in chat. Ah, nice, nice. Did you have a good stream? First time playing. You never got to play it on the OG. I mean, they did a pretty good job of remaking it. So yeah, great games. Love it. Love Tony Hawk. Love the Tony Hawk games. But yeah. As I said before for the previous raid, we are playing Broken Sword, the reforged version of Shadow of the Templars. It's a great classic point-and-click adventure. Yeah, it's great. If you haven't played it already, I'd highly recommend it. I need to get out of this room because this guy's machine is kind of getting on my tits. It was fun. Defo did not disappoint. Are you streaming it without the music, or are you not fussed about getting the muted VODs?
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
You seemed quite pleased with that.
Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
We can have a look in the closet. I don't know why we need to, but let's do that. George, now's the time. He literally just stood there frozen this whole time. Quick! Oh. Oh. Okay.
Dr. Stobart at your service.
Okay, that's probably illegal, but let's roll with it. Yeah, I had to mute the music as in case there's a clip or something. Man, I wish Twitch wasn't like that. It fucking sucks because the Tony Hawk's game's like all about the music. All about the music. For every follower, I will read a page from 50 Shades of Grey as SpongeBob SquarePants. Can you do a SpongeBob SquarePants impression? All right, I'm a doctor now. Oh, it's quiet.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, Doctor.
What is it?
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
Wait. What are we doing?
Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I see. How long does it last?
Just a fraction of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts. I know exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
I was thinking the same thing.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfectly natural.
But just think, 2 seconds every minute. Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney.
Okay, good doctor. Good doctor. Hey, that we can't use music. Why not just give us the... Yeah, just like paying for like an entertaining license like you would if you were like a business owner or some shit. I'd pay it. I know there's like ways around it and shit, but yeah, it is complicated and it's more often than not worth bothering. Or not worth taking the risk. But then you also get muted VODs just for playing a game that has its own music. So like, you can't win. You can't win. I had a license for a while but cancelled because I didn't want to pay it no more. Rightfully
Which bed
so.
is Marquet in?
Yeah, he's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Has Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is. Life goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
Okay, can we shake his hand? The music's in the game, it's already live. Yeah, but like for example, when I played Silent Hill Homecoming and I uploaded the VODs to YouTube, like half of the songs in there are like copyrighted and like couldn't actually, so the video couldn't actually be viewed in some countries. It's really fucking weird. Right. So let's shake his hand.
I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy.
Why not? You're already misdiagnosing him.
Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
What is it?
Do you know what this is?
Is it self-raising flour?
No. Does this gem mean anything to you?
No, Doctor.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nah, Doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer.
One of your colleagues?
No, he really is a murderer.
I've never seen him before.
Okay.
Well, goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
Alright, smell you later. Pie, good to see ya. It's time to point and click. Always down to point and click, me. How's it going? And thank you for the bits. Or bid.
According to the chart, this guy was called Croquet.
Huh.
The graph showed a steady decline in his pulse rate and an increase in his blood pressure. It kind of shook me to see this guy's life reduced to a few jagged lines.
Well, I mean, he's literally been hand-drawn, so I suppose that is what he is.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
What's his problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
I'll have him up and about before you can say, Lazarus, get out of your bed and walk. Hello? Anybody home?
What is it?
Who are you?
What is it?
My
It's a
name is
gnome.
Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
I just think you're a
But
lazy
I've
fuck.
been here for 3 months.
Okay.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
Alright. Do you want to shake my hand?
I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy.
Why not? They're no fun.
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
Hey, doctor won't take your blood pressure nowadays. You gotta do that shit yourself. Oh, will he not actually do it? Okay, I don't think there's anything else we can discuss here. Have you seen this geezer?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, Doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer.
Really? He's a dead ringer for my bank manager. Of course, Mr. Soames hasn't got a scar, and he doesn't come from the Middle East. His hair's a lot grayer, too. Otherwise, It's just like him.
Remarkable.
Okay.
See you later.
Smell you later. It looked like me, a naked bearded gnome with a penis nose. In some ways, I'll never forgive licensing for making them remove Roy Orbison in Dreams from Alan Wake. Always used to make me think of Blue Velvet. What a film. What a film. I have a man crush on Carl McLaughlin. I want to look like him when I love him. I love him. Do you... I don't think you have Instagram, but his Instagram is great. It's definitely old age goes 100%. Viola, welcome in. Is this the NHS stream? Yes. Yes. Yes, it is.
Doctor?
What is it now, nurse?
Number 2 again. He won't tell me what he wants. He says he'll only talk to a man.
Do I have to? That guy's nuts.
Doctor, I'm surprised at you. There's no way to talk about our clients.
Okay, I'll see him. But I'm telling you, he's a hypochondriac.
Okay. Mackenzie, welcome in. Who are we talking about?
Hello again.
Carl McLaughlin. You might know him from Twin Peaks as Detective Dale Cooper. More recently, he was I can't remember what his name is, but he was the dad in Fallout. He sort of pops up all over the place. Definitely a lot more so nowadays, which is you love to see. You'd know him if you saw him. I think, maybe. Wait, are we talking to this guy again? There's nothing to say.
I thought about, but
Oh, do you want me to take his
do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
Is there anything else that I can actually do or give to him? Do you want some of this?
Have you any idea what this is?
Please, take it away before I throw up.
Okay.
Well, goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
Yes, he was in Flintstones. Man, I forgot about that film. Yeah, he is the dad in Fallout. He is. We can ask about the clowns now.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma
Monsieur
for the last
Boissy.
3 months.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good.
Okay.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Can I see him?
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
He's got
If you wish to
COVID.
know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Is that the fucking... I already know what that video is. I'm not clicking on it. That's cursed. He was in Sex and the City as well, huh? Look at that. Specialized in foot odor. Couldn't be me.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
The
Preferential
NHS,
treatment
you
like that
dummy.
must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Okay.
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, doctor.
Do you want this,
Device for measuring blood pressure?
yeah, do you want
Pressure?
it back?
No, thank you.
Okay, too bad. Have you seen this
Do you
person?
recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Have I shaken your hand yet? I'm gonna shake it again.
Would you like to shake hands with me?
Well,
No, it's okay. Forget it. I didn't really want to use it on her anyway.
Okay.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Who's this guy here? Can I... Oh, there's nowhere else I can go. Okay. Well, let's look at this medical chart.
His temperature was normal, with little fluctuation either way.
Cool. What about this one?
The poor guy's temperature had been up and down like a white knuckle ride. No wonder he looked so sick.
Let's go and see what his deal is. 55 stream streak. Hell yeah. Look at that. You'd love to see it.
Now, I was no doctor, but this guy looked dead to me.
Okay. Right, so let's have a look elsewhere to see if we can gain access to Marquet. Is it here? Wait, where am I now? Oh, I'm over here. If I go this way, where is that? Oh, I'm only here. Okay. Huh. Oh, maybe I should go down this way. Where is J2? A few minutes later. What? Did I get lost? Okay, I guess that way is not the way. I thought I made progress there. God damn it. Oh man. Right. There's a stairwell there. Okay, so where am I now? Am I gonna come out this side? Can I... So if I go down that one, that takes me there. Can I go to a different corridor? Excuse me, I didn't want to speak to her. I wanted to...
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Oh, actually, what does it look like? Huh. Man, he looks drastically different. Okay, well, I feel like I've done everything with these guys. Can I go this way? Oh yeah, I can. Look at that. A few minutes later, I'm guessing. Yeah, can't go that way. What about this way? Fuck's sake. Okay. Alright, there really is only ever one way that I can go. Can I do anything with this water?
It was a device used for measuring people's blood pressure.
Okay, so what am I gonna use that with? It looks like a plaster. Is that something that we can take a mold of?
Maybe not.
What about the statue?
There was no way I could improve on the sculpture with the janitor watching me.
Wait, why are we trying to improve on it?
It was a life-sized marble figure of a guy in robes. The sculptor had tried to give him a look of paternal authority and concern. In my mind, he looked just plain constipated.
Okay, I can't remember doing anything to the statue. It doesn't seem immediately obvious why we would want to, but, we don't know. She doesn't seem to want anything from us. Powder?
Is this plaster any use to you?
No, it isn't.
No.
Do you know Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No, I don't.
Did she see this man?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No.
No, she doesn't. You're not very helpful.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
felt like we want to speak to this guy. Maybe we just gotta like show him everything and then... Oh, wait. Can I actually go up this way?
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why? I'm a doctor. It's my job.
Does he not take the blood pressure? I don't get it. You're not very helpful. Thank you, nurse.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alimut?
I'm not really a nightclub man, Doctor. A game of whist and a glass of ginger wine is about my limit.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
No, Doctor. Is this some kind of test?
Yes.
If it was, you would have failed.
Hmm.
You say this man looks like your bank manager?
No, not really. It was the manic eyes that reminded me of him.
Okay.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, Doctor. I wouldn't even like to guess.
Do you recognize this red nose?
Doesn't that belong to Boissy?
No. I found it in a sewer.
He's a clown, you know. You wouldn't think so to look at him now, would you?
Oh, is that him there?
Do you know what this tool is used for?
I'd rather not, Doctor. Ignorance is bliss.
It's the tool I'm going to use to excavate your manhole.
See you later.
Okay, let's I don't really know what I could do. Can I walk over here? Oh, we can.
Doctor,
What is it?
you haven't taken my
I
blood
fucking
pressure.
tried. I fucking tried, you bellend.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
Well, then
I
fucking get
can't
him to
take
do
a
it.
satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Okay. Smell you later.
Oh, Doctor.
Oh my god, suck a
What
fart.
now?
You didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
Wait, is there something that I'm doing wrong then?
Okay, let's try again.
Do we need to like...
You don't have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
I'll come back when you've recovered your manners.
Okay.
Hi.
Nothing there.
See you later.
Alright, so what can we do to sort of... Wait, what are you doing? Where were you off to?
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur?
Okay.
Do you want this,
Device for measuring blood pressure?
yeah, do you want it back?
No, thank you.
I got already frustrated by this bit. Ah, so you're familiar. Do you remember what it is that we need to do? Do we need to, like, find a way of raising his blood pressure so that we need to just get him out of the picture?
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I was abducted by aliens. They made me wash my hands, clean my room, and eat my vegetables. Turns out I was on the mothership. Good night. Fuck's sake, are you off, Daps? I just played it like a month ago. Already forgotten it all. Streamer do be like that. Streamer brain is, yeah. It's good because, like, you know, even if you play a game that you have played, like I am right now, it's just still like playing it for the first time. Perhaps you should have a chit chat with some real docs. Okay, I could do that. I should probably speak to the distinguished doctor.
Excuse me, sir.
You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bunny, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Do your own babysitting, Gramps. Who do you think you are, anyhow?
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
And may I say what an honor it is to meet you in person, sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as a privilege. No.
Shut up, George.
To look after your nephew, sir.
He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I don't need that kind of pressure.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Okay, that sounds a little weird. CZ, welcome in. Yeah, we're all dressed up, all doctored up. How you doing, though?
Look what Nurse Grendel gave me, sir.
Ah, yes, very good. I'm glad to see you're carrying it with you. It
Yes.
reassures the public to see the medical profession using traditional archaic tools.
No, I just have high blood pressure. Affects 1 in 4 people. Okay, I guess you're just gonna be following me. Oh yeah, he's following me. Oh no, he's... Benoit, are you following me?
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
Can you show me how to use the blood pressure machine?
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
Okay.
Follow me, Benoit.
I'm right behind you, sir.
Ah. Okay, so we're gonna get him to do it whilst I go and sneak off to Marquet. Yeah, Snow, hello, how you doing? Alright. Is it? No, I didn't want to speak to the nurse.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I have to see Jacques Marquet first.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money, isn't it?
It's not like that. I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
Little help here. Little help here, buddy.
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready with that pressure gauge?
Primed and ready to pump, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
This geezer. Wait, can you take the nurse's blood pressure?
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
Alright. Smell you later. Oh, there's a policeman in here. Well, I better pause the game and grab a drink. When I don't drink coffee, my BP is 115/78. Coffee boosts me up a few points. Yeah, that makes sense. 115 is good though. I've seen enough blood pressures to know what's good and what's not. Anywho, I'm going to grab a drink and I will be right back. In a bizzle. Oh. It's not abundantly clear what I need to do here at this point in time, man. It sounds so close to me. He's in there. He's in there. Oh, I can't go in there. That's probably for the best. I'm happy with that. Can't go in there. Did I come from this room? No. Nothing here. Not a single soul so far. There's a nice warm red glow here. Nothing in the desk. Kinda got me while he is outside his designated skin. I think Grandma might be incontinent again. I have that. I have all of that. Man, I feel like 50 cal armor piercing and explosive and incendiary is entirely overkill, but fuck it. I'm balling now. Was it 12 gauge? I'll have them.
I have never seen such clumsy swordplay. I'm shaking! I'm shaking!
I'm shaking! Yeah, bitch.
You win! Give me your treasure. I didn't want it anyway. It's got that horrible curse. What? Only kidding. We're loaded with booty.
I love I was like, oh. Oh. Did clips just break? I don't know. They're a little bit sort of, I don't really know. They're a little bit fucky. They're a little bit fucky. Sort of. Yeah, I don't really know. I feel like there might be something up with OBS because like it happened to like the original clips. I mean, those ones just stopped working altogether. I don't really know. I probably need to have another look, but I'm just glad that something plays from time to time. My lab has entrusted me with the 25,000 euro sample. No pressure. Well, to be honest, you've never really given me the energy of someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Meanwhile, I exude the stuff. Because I do have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. So vibe, welcome in. How you doing? Speaking of which, all right, let's continue. Oh, I haven't saved. I haven't saved. I probably should have been making more manual saves. Fake it till you make it. Yeah, that's usually the best way to go about things.
It was a life-sized marble figure of a guy in robes. The sculptor had tried to give him a look of paternal authority and concern. In my mind, he looked just plain constipated.
Why does this guy look like Donald Trump? Alright, what's this guy doing?
He sat like a statue of a sack of potatoes, but the cop's eyes were as watchful as a hawk's.
Doesn't look that watchful. But I need some nightmare fuel. Can I bother you for a scan at your earliest convenience? Yeah, I can do that. I don't know if I can do a particularly scary one. Oh, you're doing one now? Alright, what's this guy's deal?
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
Doctor, why does nobody like raise their eyebrows at me?
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, doc. Right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you.
Why?
He has anthrax.
Metal.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks.
Okay. It just feels good to be appreciated by the job you love so much. I'm happy for you. It's increasingly rare in in jobs. I'm happy that you feel that way about your job, man. You love to see it. By the way, thank you for fixing the VODs so they auto-upload again. They're much appreciated. Not a problem. Not a problem. I'm good, man. How are you? I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. It's Thursday. We're one day closer to the weekend. Just need to get through tomorrow and yeah. Not got really any plans this weekend,
characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No. This was a tatty old bear.
A tatty old bear?
How's the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
Don't you think
Is a
it's
humbug a
possible
hat?
the bear was a man in disguise?
Well, obviously, I'm not completely stupid. But who would go to the bother of disguising himself as a bear? It's not as if he'd blend in with the surroundings. I checked with base to see if any bears had been reported missing from the zoo or a traveling circus. They told me to sit tight until reinforcements arrive. I guess they're right. I'd be stupid to tackle a bear single-handed.
Okay. Julie, good to see you. How you doing?
Would you like to shake hands?
What for?
As a gesture of goodwill.
On reflection, no.
Oh. Why ever not?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I have never seen him before.
Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir. If you see that bear, kick him in the nuts.
I kind of want to clip it, do a sample of him saying kick him in the nuts. Is he going to say it again? I really hope he does. Let's quickly change the sampling. Right. Routing, sampler, line in. Okay. Let's try that. Kick him in the nuts.
He sat like a... Hello again.
Bonjour.
Alright, let's try this. Let's try this.
Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir, Doc.
Oh, he doesn't say it. Ah, missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. Ah. All right. Well, I'm going in here then.
Rather you than me, pal.
Why is there just like a random black pixel there? Okay. Oh, I could do it from the VOD. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Marquet's slim hold on life was being measured, monitored, and maintained by the machinery on the rack.
Oh.
The machine was far too complex for me to understand.
Okay, is there anything else going on in here? Intravenous fluids.
I figured Marquet's life depended on those bottles, so I decided not to disturb them.
Oh, go on, give him a squeeze.
The bottles were full of liquid, with a little trail of bubbles rising to the surface. Marquet was either peacefully sleeping or placidly dead. Rousing him in the latter case would take a miracle.
Oh, let's have a look at his medical chart.
Another graph, another life.
What's going on here? What's he got under his, What is that?
On the top of the chart was his name, Jacques Marquet. I didn't need to be a doctor to read the graphs. Marquet was dying.
Ah, I got an achievement. Enjoy a private healthcare experience. I figured Marquet's life depended on those bottles, so I decided to mess with them. Alright, let's speak to him.
Marquet?
Yes. I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lamar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
Prostate exam time.
I thought you were one of the assassin.
Hashashing.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grand Master quickly. Tell him that I have found the tripod right here in Paris.
You have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair.
Oh, I know the guys.
Petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them?
We've met. What about the Hashashin?
You mean the prostate examiner?
He's more likely to have followed Klausner. He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging of the sword.
And that's bad, is it?
As for Klausner, he is gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the...
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that.
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
See you later, shitlords. Still don't know what that fucking thing is
Oh,
underneath.
there you
him.
are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's my pager.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Oh, was that the assassin?
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was...
I didn't
Dr.
show you
Braille.
my ID.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter. The door's locked. Help me, officer.
You thought that beaver was here?
Stand back, monsieur.
Oh, that's a horrible sound. Turn it off. Ah, that's much better. Oh,
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window.
ah. Why are we? Oh, we weren't killing him. Just an assassin. He's a gangster, and yeah, obviously someone wanted him dead. Did I tell you about the time we picked up a huge skin sample with a colleague? So like all of the skin.
Have you ever heard of the Hashi-Ashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again.
Let's just say it was big. Big skin.
Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves. Let's take another look at the manuscript.
I don't think we need to. As big as a 14-inch laptop screen? Jeez. Where was that taken from? Like the back or the torso? Or the the buttocks? There's nothing new to say here.
Can you think of any use for
The
this?
nut
That's a
sack.
thing for measuring blood pressure, isn't it? What are you doing with that?
I picked it up in the hospital. It could be useful.
You ought to take it back. Don't you feel guilty?
No.
No. Blood pressure machine costs like 20 quid. There's nothing else that we can talk about right now.
I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rosso or Sergeant Mou? Oh, but you're referring to Andre.
I'll let you work it out.
Okay. That was really funny and kind of gross, you know. Wait, there was actually from the nutsack? Oh, Jimmy Curtain Balls, they call it. They're free if you wait until your doctor's back is turned. Yes. Okay. It was not the nutsack, most likely torso. Yeah, I was gonna say it was a 5 skin. Bruh. Okay, so we're completely done with the hospital now. I suppose we could go to the police and discuss what we've seen. It's still fresh. Ugh. With scissors, some skizzy wizzies.
Excuse me,
What do you want now?
have you ever heard of the Hashashin, Sergeant?
What was that?
The cult of the assassins.
What are you trying to say, Stobart?
That the clown is a member of that cult.
I see. And what proofs do you have?
Proof? I arrived at my conclusion through logical deduction, and...
Pseudo-intellectual people. Leave the investigation of crime to those who know best. The police.
Okay.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
Tell him I am too busy.
What?
Lie to him, monsieur?
Just get rid of him, move.
Oh. I heard that, you know.
Inspector Rousseau is unable to talk to you at present, monsieur.
Next day my mum takes me to the shop. What do I see in the meat freezer? A large piece of pork belly that looked pretty much like the sample from the day before. The sample probably would have made a good bit of crackling.
No.
He doesn't want to take his blood pressure. So I'm guessing we can't speak to
See you later.
Rosso at the moment. Fucking Porco Rosso. Get it? Because he's a fucking policeman. Right. We could go to the museum, I suppose. They call people meat long pig. That's kind of disturbing. That is kind of disturbing.
You have left it very late, monsieur. Late for what? Anything? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get lucky.
Sweet pork.
I can tell you. Not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
You don't believe in ghosts, surely.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He'd made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor. But on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror such as I have never seen before.
Scary.
The other ham. Bruh. It's looking kind of juicy, but for all the wrong reasons. The sample, I mean. Okay, so do we have to leave?
Does this apparatus mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
No, monsieur. Okay, there's... Oh, do you want to have a look at this?
I found this gem at a medieval site in Ireland.
That means nothing to me, monsieur.
How did you manage to get this job?
I had the right qualifications. A military manner, squeaky shoes, and an irrational hatred of children.
Thanks for your help.
I'm pretty sure we have to hide in the sarcophagus, don't we?
Don't even think of climbing in there, monsieur. You'll be suffocated.
I always wondered how it felt to be a mummy.
My hatred of children is quite rational, personally. Completely understandable. Okay, so what is it that I needed to do here? Is there anything to speak about that's new of Lobido?
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Joji, he'll know about the Hashashin. Not an unusual response, really. Not every day you're confronted with people chunks, yes? Yeah, most of us are probably not likely to ever come into contact with that.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
at roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language. Assassini, the assassins.
Cool. Hashashin are assassins that smoke a lot of weed.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
Huh. Got higher than a mother. Just said that they outsmoke about 420 people every year. The Puff Puff Assassins.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
Not that one time I guessed the girl's name correctly on the first time. I bet that made you look like a bit of a weirdo.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place?
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Are we gonna like try and get him to move it so that we can get it? Well, that one time I guessed correctly that a girl spoke Russian. Is it because you heard her speaking Russian? Well, that one time I guessed the girl's punchline correctly and started laughing before she finished the joke.
Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point.
Well.
Do you have any use for this, Andre?
Shouldn't think so, Georgie.
Did I show you this gem?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Guess there's nothing to do then.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
I wonder if I use this. Get him over there, and then whilst his back is turned doing that, get into the sarcophagus. Aha! I'm a sneaky nugget, no? I'm gonna die, aren't I?
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
Ooh.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here
and bring that flashlight.
Oh shit, I can't remember what I need to do. Do we push the totem pole onto him?
Oh, Guido!
What's the big idea, you dummy? Shine the light down here.
The mummy! It's come alive!
That's gonna get me killed, isn't it?
If that's a mommy, I'm glad I'm an orphan.
Okay. That's a mummy. I'm glad I'm. Oh, fucking hell. Wow, I'll be damned. Assassin were more effective than the mush ashen. They were busy tripping balls. Ah, come on, man. I've got to do this again. I don't even know if I can skip the dialogue. I guess we'll find out.
Attention! Please do not.
Don't you think it's kind of...
Better stuffy than dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill, and the fat falls on the open flame. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled, and it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed. Don't open. Don't.
Yeah.
Do you have a fetish about closets, monsieur?
I just love the smell of mothballs, I guess.
Hey, you gotta close the... What are you doing? You gotta close the window. I gotta wait for him to close the window. Come on, bud. You'll be damned. What are you, River? And on that absolute bombshell joke, I'll take my leave. Are you off, Snow?
It is closing time.
I can skip the dialogue.
Already there.
He didn't say
Monday.
fetish, he said
bien.
fetish.
See you tomorrow.
Fetish.
Good night.
Hours passed. I'm guessing we want to just like... Is it worth me doing a... I don't know if I'll be able to save. Can I save? I can't save.
Hey, Guido! Look at...
Get you.
Alright, let's do a little this time off. Got a lot to do tomorrow. Might finish a major milestone of my project, so looking forward. Well, hopefully you do well. Hopefully you get that progress you're looking for. Let's do a new data. And resume.
What the? Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Wait, what the fuck is going on? Who's that? Back in Nico's apartment? I hope that was Nico.
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor George.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
You mean
Ah.
it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own
Oh, they
feet.
did fucking
I
shoot
just
me.
wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. But how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod. Aren't you going to try putting the gem on the tripod?
I guess so.
Oh.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
I guess we gotta take it somewhere.
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bear that crest.
I sure hope so. Lobineau explained who the Hashashin were.
Yeah?
The cult of the assassins.
Oh, boy!
Is that it? Oh boy! Cool story, bro. We got anything new to discuss
Let's take
here?
another look at the map.
Nope, nothing new there. Okay.
What do you think the purpose of this tripod is?
On the manuscript, the gem is shown mounted on top of it.
So, we risked a criminal charge to steal a display stand?
Don't ask me. Maybe it's intended to hold the gem in a specific position.
Wait, let's have a quick look
Let's
at
take
that.
another...
Where is it being held? I don't know if that's gonna be relevant or not. No idea. No idea. Okay. Well, I'll be off, I guess.
Do you want to look after the...
No, Jean.
I have to go.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay. In a bizzle. Right, so, oh, I got an achievement. Saved by a surprise cab burglar, Croon Raider. Ah, see what you did there. Alright, okay. What should we do? Café de la Chandelle Verte. I know we've been there. I think now we should take our attention to Montfaucon. Ah, yeah, look, there's stuff going on here now. The policeman's still drinking here?
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
What do you know about medieval ironmongery? Have a look at this little baby.
A tripod. What is it for?
You mean you don't know?
No, monsieur. Nor do you, I think.
No, I don't.
What do you think of this?
A blood pressure sleeve.
Don't you want to know why I'm carrying it?
No. That would be dangerously similar to making inquiries. I might get a reputation for taking my job seriously.
If that were the case, you'd let me climb into that manhole.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Okay. Can I talk to these tourists? Or, oh yeah, I can talk to them.
There was a small crowd of 5 sightseers. It's a weird thing, but you can take the most intelligent people in the world, put them in their vacation duds, and hey presto, they look like morons. Why is that? I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
How about the
juggler was
juggler?
good. Why he couldn't put that kind of application into getting a real job, I had no idea. Maybe he just liked dressing up like a horse's ass.
Can I talk to him?
Hey, you with the ball.
Oui?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, the last Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow, you're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A
Jongleur.
jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu! A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contragravitic aeroballetic mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe had the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so.
Okay.
That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
Do I get to
I
keep
had
the
no
balls?
idea what I was doing.
Nah.
But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be? A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not so easy after all.
No,
Was I supposed to take one of them balls?
I've got a medieval tripod.
And my Uncle Claude has hemorrhoids. So what?
It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands. What do you think of this?
It is a medical device, oui?
Oui, yes.
Okay.
Does this plaster interest you?
Well,
Forget it. Forget that I asked. Feast your eyes on this.
incroyable. Is it real?
I think so.
Some people believe that great gems always have curses upon them.
Oh, that's garbage. Although, now that I think about it,
Yeah, this one's kind of cursed.
both of the people who had this before me disappeared in mysterious circumstances. And the guy who was supposed to get this was shot and then murdered in his hospital bed. Do you want it?
No, thank you.
Do you want to... He's already got one of those noses.
Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it. Does this grease paint mean anything to you?
A red nose, and now grease paint? You are sure you are not a clown?
Well, I was distracted by the idea again. Caper, caper, caper. Plummet. No. Gone again. This gadget is a sewer key.
I do not want it. Thank you.
Well, I'm not selling it. I just wanted your opinion.
It is hardly my area of expertise.
Okay.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Alright, so can I actually open this now?
Hey, hey you! What do you think you're doing? Leave that comer alone. Now.
Oh, that's annoying.
Sorry. You...
Alright, maybe there's something new that we can do here. I feel like we definitely need to use the tripod out here. Me no remember. Oh! Now, where do we put the tripod? I feel like it was somewhere in here, so let's just try and place it in different places. Can we use it with the... What are you doing, George? What are you doing, George? George? Is it with that? Nope. Can I use it with the statue? Nope. I'm assuming nothing to do with the statue. Can I use it with this? Nope. Wasn't that like a bit of floor that we could put it in? That we could fit it into? We can't use it with the mirror? The window? No. He doesn't know what to make of it. Then we have to like reflect it off of a certain light. No, there's nothing. Is it definitely here? Oh, wait a minute. Really?
No way.
What, we can't combine them?
That is not a good idea.
How is that not a good idea? Is that somewhere that we can place the jewel then? Alright, let's consult the no, not that. Let's consult the game menu. Using George to distract Marky's thugs. Nico surprised everyone and stole the tripod herself. Now they just needed to find out how or where to use it. Lopino told me there was... Yes, I should investigate, yes. To get off the beaten path, you need fewer people in the plaza. Now, how do we go about doing that? Can we call in like a bomb threat or something? I feel like we need to get that police officer like to do his actual job. I don't remember. Show me your Oscar Mayer wiener. That would most certainly clear the area. There's nothing new to talk about with this guy, is there?
Hello again, officer.
Hello.
Ah!
What do you think of the juggler?
Ah, he is excellent, most watchable.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing traffic.
So? He is amusing. The traffic isn't. If he wants to block it, who am I to say no?
You're a cop.
Ah, oui. So I am. Ah, well.
So, you're not gonna do anything about this guy?
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not considered.
So, what are you gonna do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration? What kind of a barbarian do you take me for? Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one.
Lol.
Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if
They're
I
fucking
juggle
all
badly
over
with
the
a red
fucking
nose,
internet, man.
I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
Hmm. Hmm.
What do you make of this...
Delightful. Would you like to see some of my used tissues?
Hell no.
Then please put yours away.
Okay.
I'll see you...
Wait, did we shake this guy's hand?
Hi again.
Oui?
It didn't seem right to fry somebody...
Oh no, I already did try.
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a...
No.
Huh?
Allow me to demo...
If you in...
So do I need to pay all
Okay.
these balls? Oh wait, oh wait,
The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury. Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Hey! Can these guys fuck off now?
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Are they gonna just stand by and watch me do this? They're not gonna report this, are they? That was a weird solution. That was a weird solution. Alright, let's go to the sewers. Oh, what's this? Are there any like other like tricky puzzles in this game? I really can't remember. Is this looks puzzly.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. There were 3 arches, each with an inscription.
But we can't read it.
There were 3 arches. The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence. Close up, I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
Not especially. Maybe a couple of little bits in the nearish future. Okay. Okay. I mean, I was looking at screenshots. I was like, I thought like certain bits were in the. I seem to have remembered them from being in the second game, but apparently it's all in the first game. This game is a lot bigger than I remember. Murky water hook.
There was a handle in the boat that fed out chain with a hook on the end.
What do we need to do then?
A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near. On the boat was a winching machine. The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain.
Okay, can we twist the handle? Ah. Maybe they extended the game for me? Or to make it harder? To make it bigger? I think they actually cut some bits from the director's cut, at least.
What's a guy supposed to do with a sewer? Don't answer that. The recent showers had made the levels rise a little, but at least the place didn't smell so much. If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily. Now, I wasn't so sure.
This is definitely the OG trimmed down version. Yeah, I don't think the like the extra bit on the director's cut really added much to the game anyway. So this seems to be like the best of both worlds. Like it has the best bits from both versions. Pigeon, what it do? How's it going? What's good? Okay, so what do we need to do with this hook? Can we drag it somewhere? Could we unhook the boat? No. Are we hooking it to this? Or am I using an item? I don't really have anything. Flesh it out so that Nicole wasn't just sitting on her ass all day, more or less. I understand why they do that, but not really necessary. Okay, so what is the play here then? I should be able to do something with the hook. But he just puts it down whenever I... Right. Don't really have anything that I can hook it onto though, right? No?
The hook lay in a bed of chain.
Ah, so I can't even walk around with the chain. Can we walk over there?
Okay, it's long jump time. Here goes. Do I look crazy or something?
Good job. Good job. And Ram Ranch, good to see you, man. This game would be good to play in bed on my PSP. I mean, it was on PS1, so you could probably, there's probably a way to get it onto the PSP. The hook. What are we doing with the hook? Tell me what to do with the hook. Doesn't need the responsive first-person shooter would. Nah, it's pretty chill gameplay loop. Shove it in the hole. Shove it in the hole. Which hole would that be? Which hole are we looking at? What am I not seeing? Are you, where is that song from? Is that from Lazy Town? Yar har fiddly dee. Do what you want as a pirate is free. I feel like it's Lazy Town, isn't it? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It is. Can I use it on any of this?
The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had... I wondered...
Can I smash it? Oh, I've got a ball.
It was the bright red ball I'd got from the juggler.
Do you want to put the ball on the hook? No, it doesn't want to do that. What about the red nose? Nope. Yeah, this isn't obvious to me. Ignore this big metal tool. What do you mean? Is that something I haven't clicked on? Is that something that I haven't seen? Big metal tool? The big thing in my pocket? Oh, well, you mean this? He's not interested.
Maybe not.
No, he doesn't like that.
On the boat was a winching machine.
Yeah,
On the boat was a winching machine.
Yeah, I want to... Says the plaster on the panel is weak. Are we really gonna panel it ourselves? No.
The inscription was undecipherable. I wondered why.
Wait, can I just smash it? Well, I swear I tried that.
Hey, that's hollow. It was time for some brutal destruction.
Okay. Oh.
Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it.
Do you want to pull it?
Here goes. Hey, cool. Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
Okay, so now we can use the hook. Aha! Let's see what happens. Is that gonna open a door? Oh shit! Look at that!
The door mechanism was trashed.
FBI! There's a gap.
There was a crack in the wall. Through it, I could see a glimmer of natural light.
Hello? 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 That was very loud.
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted
In the
a sense of
beginning.
betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a
What
sense
is that
of
voice?
immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed
Is
or
it South
reversed
African?
without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence.
Incompetence.
Nations. The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order. Almost.
That guy was at the hotel.
Where is the broken sword?
Oh my god, they said it.
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a
Baphomet's?
small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he
And
believes.
the Palpatine
He
pipes
actually
up.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust. When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent.
Secret duty? You mean holy
Well,
shit?
We're not exactly sure at present. Ha! But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Yes, he was.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good
Assassin's
news
Creed
for us,
Ireland.
Professor?
We
I would
already
slap.
know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
Can I do anything to like...
There was a crack in the wall. Through it,
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The new millennium will belong to us. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princes of this world!
What is that expression? Oh my god, the fuck off are they all on that boat, man? How? How? Instead of eagle vision, you get Guinness goggles. Just know they try to claim the traveling community are actually assassins or something. Oh my god, could you imagine? Oh, we can go down here now. Still doesn't explain the time I walked past the traveler camp and saw a neatly wrapped turd in a chip. What? That sounds like a fun story. Oh, what's this circle then? Can we use the gem here?
there was a large circle marked out on the floor with a stump in the middle. Around the circle, I could see words inlaid into the stone.
What do they say?
On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and 2 Latin phrases. Non omnis moriar and clarior e tenebris. I shall not die completely, the brighter from the darkness.
Okay.
In the middle of the circle was a stump of stone, a shaft of daylight from the world above lancing down to touch it.
Ah, I think I know what to do.
I noticed 3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top.
I mean, just quickly look at the
No
water.
way was I going out there without a boat. The water seemed to belong to an underground river or something. It was way too deep to belong to the catacombs.
Okay. Let's put our tripod here. Aha! Oh my god.
The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant. Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript. to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
What does it mean?
Marib is a village in Syria.
Oh, there you go.
The Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Okay. What do you think about this ball?
Would you like this juggling ball?
Have you been drinking, George?
No, why?
Because you're talking crap.
You reckon she's a bad guy?
Can you think of any use for this?
That's a thing for measuring blood pressure, isn't it? What are you doing with that?
I picked it up in the hospital. It could be useful.
You ought to take it back. Don't you feel guilty?
Oh, we already did this, didn't we?
No. Let's take another look.
So I'm guessing we can go to Syria now, right? It's not really anything else to talk about. I guess I'll be off then.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, George.
Well, that wasn't a no. So I guess I'm going. Templar Shadows. Witness a gathering of powerful conspirators. Cool. Alright. Yeah, I guess we go to the up one. No, we can't go back to Ireland. Let's go to Marib, Syria. Oh, there's a gun there.
The stand was being watched by a young boy, maybe 12 years old.
Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English? Speak you the Anglais? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed oui, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nijo. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
How the hell is this guy affording to travel this? I don't know. The thing is, like, does George even have a job? Like, he's not really, like, disclosed that information to us. Is he just, like, a traveler? Is he, like, a Poundland Indiana Jones? I don't know. He doesn't... It's not really been said that he has, like, a base of operations. Obviously, he's American, but, I don't know. Why would he speak French? Well, we've just come from France. And there are other places in the world that speak French, but I don't know if Syria is one of those.
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Huh? Templar. Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program, featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow, and a stick man with a halo. Beep.
Okay. Don't know if Sir is an old French. It could well be. Could well be. I believe it's hinted that he works in law. Okay, I knew he studied it, but
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an Inquisition in 1312, I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
A what?
From the medieval edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on. I know all this stuff.
Never mind. Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about knights?
Like the Crusaders? They came
oh yeah, he is wearing socks and sandals. Look at that.
And pointless mission. They sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Worcester.
Jeeves and Worcester. What a throwback.
Nottle. Aunt Agatha. What ho?
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
Huh, okay. French is definitely not a language typically spoken in Syria, mostly Arabic and Aramaic, with some others mixed in. Kurdish, Turkish, so on, huh? Syria's a dead zone for me, know very little about it. I'm much the same. I am much the same. Let's shake this kid's hand.
Here, shake hands, Nijo.
I'd rather not, sir. At least not while you've got that shake and shock buzzer clumsily concealed in your palm.
No, that's how it is.
You noticed.
Outlawed in 3 separate arms limitation conventions, those are.
What else is talking about? Do you want a ball?
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hordes of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point.
I sense sarcasm.
I didn't have you down as a doctor.
I'm not. I, acquired it.
I didn't have you down as a petty thief either.
I'm not.
It definitely is.
Have you seen this man before?
No, sir. I'm glad to say. Cold eyes.
Okay.
What do you make of this?
Well, beyond the obvious, very little. That pattern seems very familiar, though.
Okay, I think that's everything we need to discuss at the moment.
So long, Nijo.
Poodle pip, sir.
Doodle bip. Let's look at that rifle.
I didn't really want to lug the rifle around with me.
Why not?
The rifle looked dangerous. To the user. An old executive toy and a cheap plaster statuette. There didn't seem much helpful around here. I had neither the money nor the desire to buy any of that garbage. There were some great bargains on the shelf, providing you ran a junk museum. I hadn't come all this way to seek out curios.
Why not? Well, as a
The
cat.
cat was an ugly brute who looked like he owned the joint.
Can you stroke it? What was that?
As I didn't see the point of going all the way over there to get scratched, I stayed where I was.
Cats do own the joint. They really do. They really do. Who else can we talk to? Is a tourist there?
It was a guess, but I figured the woman to be an American tourist. Just call me Sherlock. Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
Okay, there's a lot to talk about with Paul. Okay, off to go dial my game. I'll be lucky to wish you all well. Take it easy, Mackenzie. Best of luck with your game. And if we don't hear from you again, have a good evening and have a good tomorrow and have a good weekend. There will not be a stream tomorrow, so see you next week.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot. Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nijo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute
I
little
remember
place
this
called
now.
Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little? Is your husband around, Pearl?
Well, as a matter of fact...
He's there.
Yes, he is. Sorry to disappoint you.
I liked her too much to zap her with the buzzer. What does this mean to you?
Gosh, is this some sort of psychological test?
No.
Oh, well in that case, it's a red ball.
What do you think of this?
Oh, looks scientific. It's a blood pressure thing, isn't it?
Okay, have you seen this person?
Have you seen this man before?
No. A friend of yours?
No, not really. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
You're a philomenist?
A
Don't they have secret
philomenist?
handshakes?
Oh, George, now you're teasing.
Okay, good talk.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
I'm sure he won't.
How did this guy make a living selling useless old machine parts in the middle of nowhere? The stand was hawking ancient machine parts. The stand was hawking ancient machine parts that seemed to be from a stripped-down printing press. I couldn't imagine where they'd come from, or who'd want them. He didn't have anything that I needed.
Okay, I'm not talking to him then. We're talking to Dwayne?
Hi, I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy. I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne? My name's George Stobart.
Oh my god, loads.
Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we've met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go far. Kept trying to peddle garbage on us, though.
You're not gonna find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them door stands.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know and what I say are 2 different things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please. I saw a medieval picture of a woman, royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the prob.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens.
Okay.
Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George.
It is,
I don't think they have.
What does Pearl do for a living?
Oh, I run a greetings card company, and Pearl writes the poems for him. You ought to ask her to recite some.
Can we?
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me? Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera, kinda lags to come all this way and not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why? Ow! You could have warned me.
You don't mind, do you, George? The folks back home will be real interested.
What do you mean the folks back home? Who are the folks back home?
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland?
Is it a Cleveland steamer?
Akron.
What was that?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud.
Okay.
Shake hands, Dwayne.
Why?
Just being friendly.
Let's just be friendly by keeping our hands to ourselves. Yeah?
Nah.
Have you seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you get it?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Ow! Damn it!
There. I've got another picture of a complete stranger. Maybe I'll ask around about this one.
You do that, stranger.
What do you think of this?
A blood pressure gauge? Why in blue blazes are you carrying that?
I'm carrying it for a friend.
Okay, I don't really know if I need to do anything with this.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Alright. What was that, a kebab stand? Oh, it's not a kebab stand, is it? Why has he got an English, a Union Jack apron? Oh, I mean, it does look like a kebab. Oh, it is kebab. There is kebab there.
The stand had kebabs dangling from the canopy.
Can I
As
take
a
one?
marketing device, it lacked something. Close up, I could see flies love kebabs.
And I guess I'm a fly.
The stallholder's face wasn't a great ad for running a kebab stand. Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab. Most good.
Most good.
What do you make of this?
Buy kebab. Most good.
What do you think of...
Buy kebab.
Does this mean anything?
No.
No, you buy a kebab.
I'd value your opinion on this, sir.
Nah, you buy kebab. None?
Okay.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Most good. Okay, let's save. Kebab. I could murder a kebab. Oh, I haven't saved since the hospital. The fuck? What the fuck? Okay. All good. All good. Alright. We will continue this next week. Hope you guys had a good time. I tried to go for an air-dried kebab made out in the street. What's your sense of adventure? But yeah, hope you guys had a good time. Don't worry, Alan, I'm just I was right in there, and yeah, no stream tomorrow. Yes, so yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good tomorrow. Have a good weekend, and yeah, we will continue Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars on Monday. So yeah, Sphere, Chaos, Pigeon, Julie, Paul, CZ, Mackenzie, anyone lucky and watch the VOD, thank you very much. We'll see you in the next one. Probably try the Oreo Coke, by the way, it's amazing. That is all. I haven't seen it yet. I want to buy it. I tried the blue Pepsi. I can't remember what it was called, but that was interesting. But yeah, I definitely want to try the Oreo one. Anywho, yes, I'll let you know if I find it. But yeah, toodle pip, guys. Have a good one. Goodbye. Oh.